Good evening, I am Mr. Ish. You are joining me for this video here, part 3, trigonometric equations. A big subject for any exam because solving trigonometric equations, solving for that x within these equations, especially given the domain, is a very important skill to know. We have an equation over here, 3 cotan square x equals 1. We have to find all the relevant solutions for this function within that domain 0, 2 pi up to but not including 2 pi. The best thing over here is to proceed in an algebraic manner and take 3 on the other side. Now what you can do is take the square on the other side. Cotan x is equal to root of 1 over 3, which is same as 1 over root 3. And of course you can always bring in the plus and minus over here because you have to account for all possible solutions. If cotan x is equal to plus and minus 1 over root 3, it's the same thing as saying tan x because that's the reciprocal of this. You see, you're doing a reciprocal of that function because it indeed is equal to the reciprocal of this plus and minus root 3. Now what you have to do is find all the possible solutions where if you were to take a tan of a certain angle, you get plus and minus root 3. You can think back to the trigonometric ratios with regards to the angle. If you have a root 3 over here, you have a 1 here and 2, you're thinking about a 30, 60, 90 angle. And you can only get a root 3 in terms of tan if it's opposing a 60 degree angle. The other way you can do this is just right here, do a root 3 and then do an inverse tan and you'll get 60, and that's what you're looking at. But you're looking at all the 60 degree angles within the 4 quadrants, and those will be your pi over 3, 60 degrees, 2 pi over 3, 120, 4 pi over 3, 240, and 5 pi over 3, which will be 300 degrees. So all of these are possible solutions for this, and they all fall within this. What you really have to do now is to individually plug all of these into this equation and verify that indeed these work, and most likely they will because of this square over here. It will convert all the negatives into positives, and they will seemingly and truly all be good solutions. Now the second and last question for this video, as you know, we're always looking at 2 questions in each video. Well, the second question is this: half sine x is equal to sine square x. You have to find all the possible solutions for x within that same domain. This is a specific type of question designed to trap the student and force them to take a shortcut, which would not be the right approach. Let me show you the wrong approach, the shortcut approach first. It would be very tempting for someone to just cancel things out, like the common terms. You could cancel this out and you could remove that square and you would have half is equal to sine x, and then you'll do x is equal to inverse sine of this 1 over 2, and you'd be thinking now of a 30 degree angle. You can just do 0.5 and inverse sine, and you're thinking about 30 degree angles, and you know sine is always positive in these 2 quadrants, so you'd be thinking about pi over 6 and 150, 5 pi over 6. But this is wrong. By cancelling these out from the get-go, you're missing out some important other solutions which you would normally not get to. So you have to do this in the right way. The right way is not to cancel things out, but bring everything onto one side of the equation and make this into a quadratic equation or a quadratic-like equation, and now isolate a sine x and see how things will play out. You'll have half minus sine x is equal to 0. Separate everything into 2 separate equations. Sine x is equal to 0 and half minus sine x is equal to 0. This right here, sine x is equal to 0, x can be inverse sine of 0. There's only 2 angles which you can do the sine of and end up with a 0, that's 0 comma pi. You could technically do a sine of 360, which is 2 pi, but it's outside the domain, so you have to stick with these 2. And then when you come over here, you have minus sine x is equal to minus 1 over 2, and then sine x is equal to 1 over 2, and x is equal to inverse sine of that half, and you know that's again your 30 degree angles, pi over 6, and the second quadrant 30 degree angle because sine is positive in quadrant 1 and 2, and that would be 150, which is 5 pi over 6. So now think about the first way we did this, we only had 2 solutions. Now the proper way, we're having 2 additional solutions pop up. So in entirety you have 4 solutions. There is 0, pi, 30 and 150. Each of these individually should be plugged in here and they should all work out, and you'll notice that all of these solutions are good solutions. And with that, we are able to end this video. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye.